For many, social media has become a crucial part of building and maintaining relationships, expanding the limits of human connections. However, for better or worse, it has become a catalyst for many forms of online culture. As much as we don't like to admit it, one of which is a culture of obsession with the number of likes people garner for social media posts. Of course, many wish to gain as many likes as they can for social validation and for a boost in ego. However, with the rise of jobs in social media and people wanting to become online influencers, the amount of likes can even determine the trajectory of one's career. In May 2021, Instagram released an option for users to hide the public like count in their posts, in which many, including notable celebrities, have taken advantage of. Though the like count is hidden to the public, the publisher of the post can still see the number of likes. As a longtime Instagram user myself, I've also certainly taken advantage of this option. If you follow my page, you'll see that all my posts have the like count hidden from public view. It is embarrassing to admit, but it's mainly because my likes on posts are not consistent. Some have as low as 20, while others have as many as 100 likes. Yikes. There are certainly many mixed feelings about the function, as some see this option as pointless, while others feel this option will foster healthier social media culture. Meet Rachel, an ex-chief product marketer for Instagram consumers, who jump-started the hidden like function. Rachel's goal for hidden likes was to uplift the self-image for Instagram users, specifically targeting the ones who were most vulnerable to the social media perception: teenagers, like myself.
The idea behind hiding likes was that likes were becoming a vector for abuse for teens. So Instagram is very keen on doing research. Over a billion, well, now it's almost, I think it's over 2 billion people use the platform, but when I was there, it was over a billion. You don't want to make any rash decisions that are going to change people's experience when so many people are using a platform. You also don't want to go off your gut instinct because it would be completely unreasonable to assume that you as an individual can speak on behalf of a billion people and what they need. And so we conducted a ton of research to really understand how people were feeling when they were using the platform.
This initiative was called Project Daisy.
And what we discovered was that, particularly among young people, is that when they would post something and they didn't get a lot of likes on that post, it became a vector for abuse. Either it was internal negativity, like they felt bad about themselves because they posted something that didn't get engagement, or it became an external vector for abuse, meaning people would make fun of them for posting something that did not get a lot of engagement. So the idea behind hiding likes was twofold. Number one, how do you remove the surface area that contributes to that negative feeling? And number two, how do you give more agency to the person on the platform to make the choices that are right for them? So by hiding likes, you're just removing a vector for abuse. If you don't see how many likes you got, nobody else sees how many likes you got. Easy peasy, nobody knows, right? And so whenever you can give a user on a platform agency over the experience that they're having, they typically tend to feel more positively about the experience on the platform.
But the option for hiding likes was implemented in a low-key manner. It is not a function that can be found easily on the platform and requires a bit of navigating. Like counts can only be hidden after the post has been published. After publishing, a user would have to go to the three-dot drop-down menu and click on the third option, Hide Like Count. Or one can also go to the account settings and scroll down to the Hide Like Count option for the whole account. But there was a good reason for this low-key implementation.
To put it front and center on the platform, it would have been jarring. Like, why is this here? But putting it in account level settings makes sense because that's where you would expect it to be. And so you want to meet people where they are. You don't want to shock them. You don't want to make them uncomfortable. You don't want them to second guess any of their decisions. But if it's placed within account settings, people understand intuitively what it's for and when and how they should interact with that feature. So that's why it existed in the platform in the place where it did.
According to Rachel, Instagram's marketing strategy for this function was through owned and earned marketing. Owned marketing is when one uses their own platform to market, such as a personal website or a social media handle, while earned marketing is when one leverages outside coverage of the product, such as press coverage or having an influencer use the product.
We probably had a story that Instagram put out on their account describing the product. So that was an ephemeral go-to-market lever. The head of Instagram is Adam Mosseri, and he creates a lot of videos where he describes what the product does, and he would post that from his account. And so that would be another owned surface area. The Instagram team also writes a blog post. And so anytime there's a new product launch, there would be a blog post talking about that product launch. And then the final piece that is owned is an in-product notification. And so you might refer to this as like a tooltip, where all of a sudden you would get a prompt that appears in your platform at top of feed, where it would direct you to your account level settings, where you could go in and make this change. All of these are usually same day of launch levers that you would pull in an owned capacity.
And this strategy worked immensely for the feature. It certainly requires a bit of hunting to get to the option, but the feature took off almost instantly amongst millions of Instagram users. However, whether or not social media will follow the same path of hiding likes is a different story. For many other platforms, there is more to likes than what meets the eye of social validation. For many who work in social media, likes and views on Instagram are currency and determine the monetary value of the content.
The bulk of other social media platforms do not seem to be following suit.
Okay.
And I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Likes are currency, particularly if you're trying to become a content creator and you're trying to monetize your content.
Mm-hmm.
The like count allows you to evangelize and merchandise your personal brand. Without it, it's hard for you to prove out the value of the content that you're creating. I just don't see the current climate moving into a touchy-feely place for social engagement. I mean, I don't anticipate Elon Musk is going to hide like counts on X because he doesn't want teen girls to feel bad about themselves.
And that certainly is the case for many social media platforms. In today's digital age, where everyone is on social media, it has become a powerful tool for marketing products and driving up sales. Meet Tyler Polaric. Tyler has been working on social media for 10 years, creating content and running ad campaigns on Instagram. He specializes in creating memes for online advertisements and making engaging posts for his own social media accounts and for other companies.
When it comes to a professional Instagram account, especially one that is turned into a business, I believe that likes are really important because the amount of likes attracts ad buyers, and that's essentially how the business operates. So without ad buyers, you essentially have no revenue. So having likes turned on and visible for clients is really important because it sort of allows them to gauge how well their ad is going to perform and how much money is going to make them by working with my account.
So ultimately, for content creators and those who work in social media, hiding a like count does not have much impact on their work, as the numbers have to be there in order for their content to be credible as a brand, according to Tyler.
But from a personal aspect, I think being able to turn them off is really important because I feel like there's a lot of insecurity and just like a lot of emotions that arise when someone doesn't get the amount of likes that they either used to get or that they expected with the type of photo that they were posting. So I think being able to turn them off allows people to feel a little bit better about themselves and how they're perceived by their communities online. I personally don't see a future where like counts would be irrelevant, only because I think that's one of the main roles of social media is just being able to have social currency and being able to show off to everyone how popular you are or like how much people like whatever it is that you're sharing. I think that's sort of like the whole point now, is it's much less about sharing the actual content and more so how people perceive the content, and how they interact with it. So I think taking it away, period, I don't think that would ever happen, because that's also what motivates people to stay on these platforms, is they want to be able to obtain as much likes as possible. And that's also why, like, platforms such as Pinterest, where there are no likes, are starting to move towards things like showing the amount of comments and the replies, because that keeps people actually on the platform, and they're moving more towards like actually sharing numbers on there with the content that you post.
Though hiding the like count may benefit the user audience that is insecure about their social media perception, likes ultimately still have value as advertisement currency. There is a reason why the hidden like feature, despite being so widely used, is not one of the main features that can be immediately found on the platform, and why so many other social media platforms are not moving towards this change. Ultimately, the greatest monetary value that social media has is being able to market products to consumers, not being able to make others feel better about themselves. But one thing is for sure, hiding the like count on Instagram has changed the way people interact with the post and content online, and is a step towards taking away the pressure of online validation.